As their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Slant pass to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 48.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The numbers for Mixon last week: 20 carries, 84 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on them.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
they'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
It was so interesting in the run-up to the draft to talk with different scouts. I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down, Mayfield, brash, happy-go-lucky, plays the same way, barely restrained improv act that frustrates opponents and sometimes his own coaches, but produces plenty of highlights. What do you think of that?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mayfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
Complete to
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
He finds Beckham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper. 8 catches, 96 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
On 2nd down, Nixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Quarterback sack.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
At the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
Complete to Antonio.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross.
Mayfield's pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, it's Gibson, and he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Mayfield finding Beckham, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there, good for a Cleveland first.
A gain of 13 yards. And
on first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Carl Lawson on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bengals' 8-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Bengals nothing.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's third down.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
But, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4 at the Browns' 34-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Williams on the coverage.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Cleveland.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He's brought down by William Jackson. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
40-yard line.
A draw play for Mixon. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 32.
39.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
And his pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. They go play action. Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
To John Ross. A pickup of 2 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
13. Bengals 7.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
13. Bengals 7.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
He was tackled.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Jr.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield now from the 50. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Their own 19-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down by Reuben Foster. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that's why he spent a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He finds an opening past the 40. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Browns' 43.
And they'll try to run the option here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Keeps it on the option.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
No gain on the play.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Fuller.
The pass.
3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 6.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
This is caught. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
4th and goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the
play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to number 82. It's a gain.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Browns on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland 1st. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football. Gain.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
10-yard loss on the play.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Intercepted.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Intercepted by the Browns.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The 2-point conversion.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jordan Elliott busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, they remain in